This afternoon, I'll be taking use of English, just as it's written on the board, use of English. That is a transcription that indicates use of English. And I'll be taking the topic phonetic symbols. Let me quickly start by giving a short definition of phonetic symbols. Of course, phonetic symbols are the use of signs, the use of signs to represent vowels and consonant sounds, to represent vowels and consonant vowel and consonant sounds. Let me make it clear to us that when we talk about phonetic symbols, there are signs that we deal with which are used to represent vowel and consonant sounds. Now, if we are to talk about vowel sounds, it is important we take note that there is difference between vowel sounds of vowels. Three types, which include monophthongs, diphthongs, and triphthongs. For the sake of these exams, be it for the GNS, be it for the JAM, be it for the, of course, WAEC or so, how we only focus on monophthongs and diphthongs. However, when we talk about monophthongs, monoph is gotten from a Greek word, which means one. And thongs is gotten from a Greek word, which means sound. May I quickly take you back to the origin of English? We'll discover that in English, the origin is always from Greek or Latin, just like I have monophthongs. Monoph in Greek means one, and thongs in Greek means sound. In Latin, if I have phonetics, in Latin, tics implies signs, and phone in Latin implies sound. So when I talk about phonetics, phonetics is the science of sound, which is different from phonology. In Latin, logi means study, and phone, where we have this phone means sound. So what differentiates phonology from phonetics is that phonetics is the science of sounds, while phonology is the study of sound. When I talk about phonology, we are talking about how these sounds are being produced under the monophthongs, under the diphthongs, and under the consonant sounds. But when we talk about phonetics, we are talking about the speech organs. We are talking about how the air is being produced by the lungs and is being transferred to the trachea and absorbed to the larynx and taken to the vocal cord. Of course, the vocal cord has the ability to be drawn apart, and when it is drawn apart, we have a voiceless sound. When it is joined together, we have a voice sound. So in other words, when we talk about all of these, we are analyzing phonetics. But for the sake of today's studies, we are just to discuss phonetics in the aspect, we have to discuss vowel sounds in the aspect of monophthongs and diphthongs. These monophthongs we are talking about, I said, there are 12 of them, which include the following: I, E, A, 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 O, O, U, U, E, and the schwa sound. I have been able to arrange it in a simplified form for students so that you can understand these sounds. Of course, don't let's forget, I said monophthongs are signs with one sound. And there are 12 of them which I have produced here on the board. If you have to look at this sound, if you have to look at the first one, E as in beats, sits, eats, buckets. Not, it's not called bucket, it's called bucket. Market is not called market, it's called market. This is for the E sound. I have this E as in beats, seeds, eats, amoeba. So I won't call it amoeba. I meant to call it amoeba. Amoeba. Fetus. I won't call it fetus. It's called fetus. So this is for the E sound, the long E sound. I have A as in back, pack, mat, bag, cat. Of course, for this long R, I have back, park, cat, father, father. This is what we have for the long R. And this is R. This sound like sun. So I won't call it sun. I will call it sun. The sun is shining, not the sun is shining. This is called sun. Now, somebody will ask me that why is this and this the same? In English, there is something we call homophones. What are homophones? Homophones are words with the same pronunciation, different spellings, and different meanings. Like we have here, sun, sun. The sun is shining. I'm the first son of my father. So this is under this sound R. Like I will call it match. I won't call it much. How much is the money? Not how much. It is called match. Of course, this is called money, not money. Of course, I also have this country, not country. So this is for R. We have O as in pots, shorts, shorts. I also have shorts. I have course. If I have this long O as in pots, shorts, course. If you have to look at this, course, course, and this is taken as case, long S sound. Course, course, case. Of course, for this, I have pool, just like I have for the long U as in pool. I have full. I have fool. I have book, took, cook, cool, stool, and so on. Like I have for this bed, met, wait, wait, wait. This is for the short and for this long like we have cares, just like I've given here, cares. I have it as nurse, not nurse. I have this as Jenny, so I won't call it Johnny, Jenny. And this sound, sure. This is one of the vowel sounds that do not have a specific pronunciation. If you have to look at this, we call it by its name. The name of the sound is called sure. How do I identify sure in this sound or in English? When I have this sound sure, In most cases, it is always found when I have a word that ends with ER. For example, where I have mother, the transcription is seen on the board. Mother. This ER takes the schwa. So where I have my ER, I should take it with the schwa. Not only in ER, where I have a word that ends with OR. For example, I have this. If I'm to transcribe, this is the transcription. Doctor, doctor. And this OR takes the schwa sound. So in other words, when I have OR, it should take the schwa sound. Also, when I have URE, like I have this word, this, the transcription for this is seen on the board. What does that mean? This is called culture. Culture. The UR takes the schwa sound as we have seen. Of course, also in OUR, like I have this. If I'm to do the transcription, you will see it also in this form. Now the OUR takes the schwa, like I have color, color. So the OUR takes the schwa. Is that all? Of course, when I have A, E, I, O, U, in most cases, they also have schwa sound. Let me just give you one of these. Like I have this, above, above. The transcription is seen here, and this is where the schwa sound is. So in other words, where I have my schwa sound, it is found in here, OR, URE, OUR, AEIOU. And this is what we have under monophthongs. Very fast.